Hello, I have made a mistake. I have made a mistake. Last month at the beginning of, I guess not last month, this month, at the very beginning of the month, I was looking at my Twitch stats and I saw that I had streamed for 60 hours the month, and I was like, that's great. That's great. I want to stream a lot more than that, because just like every day I think, okay, I want to get on for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, something, I don't know. As of like a year ago, I was thinking, it'd be really cool, because around this time I was streaming like Minecraft and stuff. But I was only streaming like really infrequently because it didn't really feel right to do it. But I was thinking like, I would love to just kind of like leave the stream on when I'm doing stuff like homework or just chilling or something. And so it's always been in like my head to, hey, you can just stream more, and like you probably should, because it's not like you're gonna see really much of a deficit. It's just a matter of how much care you want to put into doing it. And if I just want to chill and have a camera on me, like I could just do that if I want to, and not even acknowledge the stream as a whole. Now, granted, I want to because it's fun, but that is an option. I could literally just shove a camera up on my ceiling over there, and then just say, okay, we're just gonna leave it running and not literally not care about it, and that's fine. That's acceptable. I could just do that. And so I've kind of been trying to get out of the habit of strictly like regulating what I do whenever I'm live. Unfortunately, and I'll get to that later, that hasn't necessarily been exactly what has played out. But I made this Twitter post at the very beginning of this month showing off my stats for September of 60 hours streamed, right? I streamed 60 hours last month. Good numbers. I mean, like I have a job and am a full-time student. Like 60 hours a month is not bad. It's not bad. That's some cool stuff. I like those numbers. Now, granted, that's like technically if I were like full-time streaming, which I can't be, that would be about 2 weeks. So if I were to do like full-time, it would be about, what is that? 60% or no, 60 hours. I'm not doing this math in my head. I don't care to. Some amount higher. But anyways, what I was thinking was, I saw that and I was like, sweet, that's a goal. You know what my next goal is? September stats, we're going to double our stream this month. That's the goal. The goal is to double our stream. So I've been just kind of doing the same thing this month with the thought in my head of I should start streaming more frequently and more often and longer so that I can reach that goal that I set for myself. And I've been looking at my Twitch overview of like, okay, how much I've streamed. And whenever I look at the overview, right? Right now it says 50 hours stream, okay? Pretend it says 40, okay? Because technically I'm recording this video late. I was supposed to record this yesterday and I forgot to. So we're recording it now. That statement will become relevant soon. And the whole time I've been looking at this and it's like 40 hours stream, 40 hours stream, 40 hours stream. I'm like, okay. All I've been looking at the number 40. Literally all I've been looking at is the number 40 and telling myself I can fix this problem later. Completely disregarding like how many hours I've actually streamed and how many hours I need to. And if we pay attention to this graph, you'll see over here on the left, the bars are really high. And over here on the right, the bars are really low. I never came and looked back at this tweet like during the month, and I never realized that I have not been streaming nearly enough this month. Not even close. Not even close. Like literally, you can see when I stream. That's like, is that a weekend? 9, 11, 9, 10, or 9, what was that? 9, 11? Okay, 9, 10, 11. Is that the weekend? 9, 10, 11, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I didn't stream Sunday. 16, 17, Thursday, Friday, 2021, 22, 2021, 22. Okay, I was about to make the statement that I pretty much just stream every weekend, but there are some just weekend days where I didn't stream at all. Anyways, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. What is relevant is that I've been looking at 40 hours streamed this whole time, all right? As I'm looking on this page, I'm like, sweet, I have streamed 40 hours this month. And it never occurred to me that it wasn't 40 hours this month. It was 40 hours past 30 days. So it was including the month before. So you can see that as of the latest date, September 30th, that's a 9-hour stream on the 30th. That's an 8.5-hour stream on the 28th. I don't know where the heck I was on those days where I could sit down and stream for 9 hours. For some reason, I was just completely incapable of doing that this month. Something that I need to change. I really want to change. So my goal was to hit 120 hours this month. 120 hours this month. When I looked at my dashboard, every time I looked, it said I had streamed for 40 hours this month. I'm like, okay, Well, that's not nearly ideal. That is not close at all to the goal. And then I noticed, wait a second, that's 40 hours minus this 9 hours here and minus this 9 hours here. So it's really more like 20 hours this month, which is insanely low. That actually feels insanely low. So I'm like, I need 100 hours. I need to stream 100 hours to get caught up. And this was a conversation that kind of like came up a couple days ago. Like, dang, I actually just need to stream a lot. I just need to stream a lot. And so what's happened as a result of that is I'm not going off live for a long time. I started up a stream. I said 100 hour stream because I need 100 hours by the end of this month. And at this rate, I should be done by sometime Thursday or Friday, sometime in there. I should hit it by the end of the month if all goes right and I don't lose access to like my computer or the internet or something. I've put myself in a pickle here. So I spat, my bad. I'm going to be live for a long freaking time. I logged on. Okay. This is day after I started actually. So we're going to start talking in past tense now. I've been talking future tense. Now we're going to be talking past tense. I am doing minimum 100 hours. And I say minimum because I also thought it'd be fun to like, I'm very little baby streamer. Like I'm very little baby streamer. And so I've like, you know what, let's just, I think using this as an excuse to do like subathon would be fun. And I have it set up in a very dangerous way. It adds 1 hour to the timer on top of 100 hours, baseline of 100 hours. On top of that, 1 hour per follower, 8 hours per tier 1 subscriber. And then like it goes up from there. And so I've been live for, I think, well, you can see now, I had 10 hours streamed today. As of today, I have 10 hours streamed. And currently, I still have 4 days, 3 hours and 15 minutes to go. If any of y'all can do that quick math, that is 99 hours and 15 minutes. So despite the fact that I have streamed for 100 hours or 10 hours already, I still have 99 hours and 15 minutes. So this stream is going to go a lot longer than 100 hours. And I think it's just more fun that way. It's just more fun that way. And in 2 weekends, as I mentioned in previous videos, I have an event that I'm going to where I need to drive 6 hours down to Austin and then drive another 2 hours down to Houston and then drive back to Houston like drive back to Austin same day and then drive all the way back up here. So I have a lot of time ahead of me. And also, if you think a little bit about what I just said, you might actually be able to deduce what city I live in. I mean, there's a lot of other tells around my videos of precisely what city I live in, so maybe that doesn't really matter. But that right there is enough to figure out where I live. Anyways, pretend that like I never pointed that out and you never noticed that if you did. So yeah, anyways, I am live on Twitch right now, have been for a while. Here's the layout. It's a little bit funky. Game comes out later today. Gonna have a fun time playing that. Maybe I grind through a ton of Genshin. But in regards to those statements that I just made, a little bit ago, I mentioned that whenever it comes to streaming and streaming all the time, there is a different mindset. I'm in a completely different mindset whenever it comes to doing this because just like now, it is 11:21 a.m. My morning class ends at 10:20. I was here in my apartment at 10:20. Normally what happens is I sit down and I do one of two things. I either go to the gym or I try to cram in a YouTube video. I really should have gone, now that I think about it, I really should have gone to the gym now because I'm supposed to be at the gym today and I haven't gone. Well, that's also another thing to note as I go on another tangent away from the original topic. I am so sleep deprived. Oh my God, last night was hell. Last night was hell. I recorded a little bit after last night that I guess I'll drop in immediately after this because I'm just going to come in and record little bits here and there. Last night, oh God, last night was the first night. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. I am so sleep deprived today. I am so tired. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm praying tonight's better, and the night after that's gonna be better, and the night after that's gonna be even better. I see it getting easier. I see it getting easier. Either I'm like more sleep deprived and it's harder to sleep, or I get used to having my room be warm because my computer's on. I get used to having to listen to my computer. I get used to having lights on, and among other things. So maybe that happens. Maybe that happens. That'd be really cool if that happens. That'd be really cool if that happens. But when it comes to mindset in regard to doing this stuff, what I was supposed to do whenever I got home, and this is normally what I do, because I have, I just made videos where I said like, hey, I need to burn through my backlog of videos that I want to talk about so that they don't become not relevant anymore by the time I actually make them. Because I have the topics right now. I know what I'm going to talk about right now. It is just a matter of sitting down, making the video, and doing it, right? But when it comes to mindset, while I'm streaming, I have a completely different mindset. I do a whole lot less talking in my head to myself, and it's a lot more like out loud, and that doesn't really change too much. The only thing that does is make the editing process like slightly more difficult. That's not the main concern. What the main concern is that I got back from class, immediately sat down and started playing video game instead of working on stuff. I opened Slots and Daggers. This has been really fun so far. I'm only a little bit into the game, but I sat and played it for like an hour after getting back from class, and that's not how you're supposed to be productive. So I need to get a lot more in the habit of pretending I'm not streaming so that I can disconnect and work on whatever I was supposed to. And then like, same thing when it comes to like whenever I'm eventually gonna have to be doing classwork after today. I know I'm gonna have some kind of classwork assignment that I'm gonna need to do. And then I also I have the videos that need to be made. They need to be made pretty soon. Like literally, I kid you not. This was absolutely insane. Let me pull the headline back up. Where did my friend post this? Did he put it in our politics channel? He sent us this image. Albanian Prime Minister Edi Rama announces that his AI minister, Djela, is pregnant and will give birth to 83 AI kids. Are you kidding me? I want to talk about this so bad. That is insane. That is beyond ridiculous. So I just before this becomes old news, I need to do it, and that means I need to get into the habit of switching back and forth between the here and then and the here and the then. So anyway, we'll see what happens. As of now, I'm live on Twitch. It is in the description. Well, I guess I'm saying as of now I'm live on Twitch, but y'all aren't gonna see this while I'm live. Maybe I do just need to upload this right now, and then we'll do a combination, like a complete overview after. Yeah, we'll do that. This recording's honestly pretty long anyways. Yeah, it's like a regular recording length. I don't want to push the videos much longer than this. I'm just gonna upload this as soon as I'm done editing it. So disregard anything I've said about putting in that clip of me sleeping. I mean, I guess since I already have it, I'll throw it in there at the end. I guess I'll just do that. So yeah, I'm live. I should be live right now as you're watching this, unless you're watching it whenever I'm not live, in which case, sucks to be you if you cared. My Twitch is in the description. Feel free to hop in. The majority of the time, you're probably gonna be watching Dave back there doing the actual streaming. That was Dave popping off at the setup while I was going to class. He held down the fort. He held down the fort well. Anyways, that's the deal. That's the deal. I'm gonna be live for a long time. This is going to be easily the longest period of time I've been live. And something that I've kind of been thinking about maybe is at the end of these 100 hours, I think something's gonna happen. I'm more than willing to bet there will be a shift in my mindset towards what's happening whenever I'm live, that will radically change the way I stream, such that I'm on a whole lot more, because I've already been live for, a very long time now. So anyways, yeah, I just had to cut right there because my body started telling me to stop recording. If you cared where I was going with that sentence, I'm sorry, I forgot where it was going, but what I can say is that I'm more than willing to bet that by the end of this, there's going to be a whole lot more of me streaming stuff that doesn't matter. And there's a chance I just don't end the stream. I don't know. Maybe it's fun. Who knows? I slept horribly last night, and it didn't go very well. I think I probably got around, maybe 4 hours of sleep. Probably something around there. Very good night. Hopefully future nights are better. And I can assume they're going to be a lot better, because I'm going to get more used to having lights on in the room when I'm sleeping. Granted, it's not a bunch of lights, but it's enough. It's enough to get to me. And then also my room, it got freaking hot from that computer. I honestly, my light just turned off. Thank you. I honestly might just keep my window cracked open or something to cool my room down since it's cooler outside. Anyways, horrible night last night. That's all I have to say. Bye now.